This is Dr. Andrew Solomon. So we are here and we are going to show you how to, we're going to show you how to do an oil rinse. You know, I keep talking about an oil rinse, but right here, you know, I have a crock pot right here. Okay, I have a crock pot right here, and I'm going to show you how to make an oil rinse. So we're going to make an oil rinse. You only need two things. If you want your hair to be moisturized, if you want your hair to really grow, if you want your hair to look sleek and shiny, this is what you are going to do. You can do it at your home. So this is like a DIY. Now, the first thing that you need to do, those of you who are joining us on YouTube and even those of you who are joining us on Facebook, please go ahead and share this video. Okay, go ahead and share this video. I would like as many people to get this information so that you can take care of your hair. There's some of you who are saying that, there's some of you who are saying that it is very difficult, it's very difficult to make, products for yourself. But this is really something that you can do at your home. I want everyone who's, I want everybody, who's listening today, to learn how to make, a hair growth oil for yourself. At Nisi Naturals, we sell a very, specialized hair growth oil that has a lot of different things in it. But today I'm just going to show you to make an oil rinse oil. And two things you need. You need soybean oil, which is very good at, which is very good at moisturizing your hair. Or if you can't find soybean oil, you can get canola oil. I'm saying soybean oil and canola oil because they are very inexpensive oils. I wouldn't use coconut oil to do an oil rinse unless you have a lot of it around. But coconut oil worldwide has become a little more expensive. I wouldn't use grapeseed oil. It has become quite expensive. I would go for canola oil or I would go for a soybean oil. And in particular, soybean oil and canola oil, they are very, very moisturizing oils. They will add, a beautiful, they will condition your hair and also add shine to your hair. So I'm going to ask all of you who are watching to share this video. I'm sharing here with the people. Okay, I have shared. So if you are also out there, please share this video. Share this video and let as many people, learn about this. So we're going to be moisturizing, my daughter's hair, and again, if you're just joining us, I am Dr. Andrew Solomon. I am, owner of Nisi Naturals, USA, along with my wife and my sister in Uganda. Today we're going to show you how to create an oil rinse oil, an oil that will help your hair to grow, an oil that will condition help your hair be conditioned. One of the reasons why your hair breaks a lot is because it's lacking oils. It probably has been stripped off of its natural sebum. If your scalp is also dry, your hair will not grow. So what I'm going to show you here is going to help your hair not only to grow, but it's also going to do what? It's going to help you to create a shine to your hair. or some people say create sheen to your hair. So the first thing that you need right here, you need, a cup of rosemary. This is a cup of rosemary that I have right here. You can always buy rosemary online. You can go to Amazon and buy, rosemary. If you are in somewhere in Africa, you can just grow the rosemary. Go to your garden, get, about a cup of rosemary. If you can't get a cup of rosemary, just break a few branches from the bush, of rosemary, but make sure you get a lot. And then you are going to need a crock pot. If you do not have a crock pot, you can use a double boiler. In other words, you can put it in a pan and then sit the pan in hot boiling water, and then you're going to pour in the cup of rosemary. Then the next thing that you're going to add to this, you are going to need soybean oil. I just happen to have this. This is soybean oil. It was on sale at the store, and I got some. And this is soybean oil, and I am going to pour in, as much as I want, because this oil is going to be, this oil. It is going to be used as my oil rinse oil in the future. I am going to put it in this crock pot, and I am going to put it, first of all, cook it on high, and then later on I'm going to lower it to a low and let it stay overnight under a warm crock pot. Okay. So why am I doing this? Because rosemary has wonderful properties that will help your hair grow. Rosemary has wonderful properties that will actually get rid of dandruff and so on and so forth. And so I put rosemary in there. This is going to stay in overnight, and tomorrow I will strain it. I'll use a strainer and I'll strain the oil, the rosemary out. And by the way, when you strain the rosemary, don't throw it away, because you can make a rosemary scrub. You can actually put it in a grinder and grind it down, the oil, and then add sugar to it, and there you have a body scrub, a rosemary body scrub. You can still continue to use that. Don't throw it away after you've strained it. So that is the thing that we're going to do, and then you just cover it. You just cover it, okay? So you're going to cover it and let it cook, in a crock pot. Remember, you don't boil it directly. Don't boil the oil directly on direct fire. It is better if you have a crock pot. If you do not have a crock pot where you are, just use a large saucepan and put, half, water in it, and then get another smaller saucepan. Put the oil and the rosemary in there, and then sit them in there. But make sure that you put a flat plate upside down in the larger saucepan, and then sit your oil in there. So the heat from the water will actually slow cook your rosemary oil. So this is how you do it. And then right here, I have one that is already made that I'm going to use to do my daughter's oil rinse. Okay, there's one here that is already made. Now, this is canola oil. Soybean oil mixed together with the. For me, I chose I took the soybean oil, and then I added the Nisi Naturals hair grow oil. I added, like a third of a cup in here, and I'm going to use it as an oil rinse, and I'll show you what to do later on, okay? So that is the first part of our video, okay? I'm going to get this out of the way. Now, we are going to focus on, the first thing that we're going to work on, washing, the hair first. because I want the oil, rosemary oil to penetrate her hair shaft, I am going to wash off the, product buildup that's on her scalp and also on her hair. I'm going to shampoo it. And then once I shampoo it, I am going to then, go ahead and saturate it with the oil rinse. And then, we'll take it from there. So, let me see if we can get this water close by. And the bucket, because I'm on this side. So, okay, good. So we're here in the studio. So we have to. We're here in the studio, and shampoo bar over there, please. So we're here in the studio, and we have a portable. Yeah, that's good enough. We have a portable sink, and I'm gonna ask one of my studio assistants to get me a cup that I'm going to use, because we don't have a running sink in the studio. We have this portable, give me one of those plastic cups, So I am going to, start washing the hair, and I have divided the hair into. Anything bigger? No. Give me that. That's all right. So the first thing that we are going to do, as I told you earlier, the first thing that you're going to do, you are going to divide the hair into 4 parts. Okay? Divide the hair. So what I'm doing right now, I'm wetting her hair. I'm starting with 1 of 4 sections, wetting it with water. Okay? 1 of 4 sections. And then I'm going to just wash it. I'm using our Nissi Naturals shampoo bar. Okay? Every product that I'm using here is available for you to buy online. You can go to us-shop.nissinaturals.com. Okay? So wet the hair and then use the shampoo bar. And I think you can see how I'm doing it. You just rub the shampoo bar in your hair. You can come and put that around her. I think she's going to take off the t-shirt, so she didn't feel the need to put that cape around herself. Sit up a little bit. Mm-hmm. So that's what, we're doing. My daughter's hair has grown so much. Now, the shampoo bar has apple cider vinegar in it. It has, all these bentonite clay in it. It has some herbs. So that's what we are going to start by doing. So I'm going to do the first rinse. the first wash of this section. When the product is on the hair, it will be very difficult for you to do what? To see some suds, because what the shampoo bar does, the clarifying shampoo bar does, it lifts all the excess product that you have been putting on, or the dirt that's on the hair. It lifts it off your hair. Okay? Again, if you haven't purchased the Nisinatos clarifying shampoo bar, it's available online and it's only $5. You can't go wrong. In Uganda, I think it's only 10,000 shillings. Okay? 10,000 or 15, one of those two. But here in the US, it is actually, it is a very inexpensive $15. So right now I'm shampooing my daughter's hair, okay? And I'm trying to lift off any product buildup that's on her hair and her scalp, because it's going to be very difficult for you. It's going to be very difficult for you to put any product on your hair and it penetrates your hair shaft if you do not wash off the product buildup. Okay, so I rubbed in the shampoo bar. Okay, I rubbed it in. The first time it didn't show any suds. Now it is actually showing some suds. It is working. Okay. So it is working. Anytime your scalp is not clean, your hair will not be growing. You know, you won't have a healthy scalp means healthy growing hair. Okay. So make sure that you kind of shampoo at least once or twice a month. There are some people who say shampoo only, occasionally, but when your hair is not clean, you will know it. You will start feeling that your scalp is itchy and so on and so forth. So the best thing you do is rinse it. One section at a time. Okay? One section at a time. At least that's how my daughter's hair has been able to grow. Okay? Some people may tell you do the oil rinse, first and then shampoo. No, for me, in my experience, if you do the oil rinse first and then shampoo, guess what? You're washing off the excess oil. And the idea to do an oil rinse is to introduce extra moisture and extra oil to your hair. Okay? So now this section is done. So I'm going to take this section and I am going to twist it off. Into one rope like that. You can do a Bantu knot, or you can do a Bantu knot, or you can just simply twist it like that, and then you can use a hair clip. I have one right here. Use a hair clip and section off that part of the hair that you have finished washing. Just section it off. Now I'm going to go and wash this part of this front section. So again, for those of you who are just joining us, today we're doing an oil rinse. Why are we doing an oil rinse? The reason why we do an oil rinse is to introduce extra oil to your hair. Sometimes, your natural hair does not have enough sebum, and that's why it actually ends up breaking. Okay. So that's the whole reason why we do an oil rinse. And then after the oil rinse, we are going to introduce, conditioner and stuff like that. So now let me go to the second quarter. Remember, your hair is sectioned off into 4 parts. I washed the first quarter. Now I'm washing the second quarter, which is the second front. Okay. Okay. So again, you start off by wetting your hair. Wet your hair. Wet your hair. And then apply the shampoo bar. Wet your hair and apply the shampoo bar. You can pat the hair and go in between on the scalp so that you spread the shampoo on your scalp. Remember, your scalp has buildup on it. And if you don't wash it off, that buildup can become dandruff, and dandruff can cause damage to your hair and your scalp. And dandruff can actually hinder your hair from growing. Dandruff can hinder your hair from growing. Okay? So it is very, very important. So once you apply the shampoo bar, use your fingers to scrape off the excess product off of your scalp. Any excess. My studio assistant, why don't you come here for a minute and get something, because we just had a little water that went on the floor here in the studio. So what you're seeing me do, and get that purple blankie, the purple one in the chair, that right there. We'll just put it there, and that we'll have to wash it later because the water is going out that way. Step on it. All right. There we are. The first time around, remember, the shampoo bar may not lather up as much because there's so much dirt on your hair and on your scalp. So you have to do it twice. You have to do the shampooing twice until all the excess dirt is lifted off of your hair and your scalp. Okay? A lot of you out there have been wondering and inboxing me and asking me, how does my daughter's hair grow like that? Consistency. One of the things that has really helped my daughter's hair grow is consistent care, making sure that it's moisturized, making sure that we do a protein treatment. Okay? A protein treatment. Today the kind of treatment that we're doing is an oil rinse. Okay? That is how my daughter's hair has been able to grow. My daughter's hair was not this long, but through consistency, being consistent really is how your hair will grow. Okay? If you are not consistent, your hair will not grow. Okay? You have to be consistent. You have to be consistent. If you're not consistent, your hair will not grow. Use your fingernails to scratch. to scrape, to, what do we call it? To kind of massage and scratch off the excess product buildup on your scalp. Okay? Allow the shampoo to do its work. This is a clarifying shampoo bar, which means it really cleanses well without really completely stripping your hair off of its natural sebum. Okay? Now it's time to rinse. I had to do it twice because the first time there was still some product on her hair. So I had to do it twice. I had to do it twice. You also may have to do it twice. And actually you can see a difference. You can already see the difference. When hair is clean, you can see the shine to it. And also you can see the water that comes out of your hair. It's clean. The first time I did it, the water was not clean. Okay? Now the second time I did it, the water is now clean. Okay? So I'm done with that section. So again, like I did before, I am going to twist this section into one single rope like that, and then put a clip on it. Just so that it gets out of the way. Fathers, you can do this. One of the reasons why I do this is because I want my daughter to learn how to embrace her natural beauty. I don't want her to look at other people's hair and think that their hair is better than hers, okay? You can take care of your own hair, okay? You can take care of your own hair, and you can have, healthy hair. That's the goal, One time I was listening to the renowned preacher, Priscilla Shira. She said, her goal was to keep her hair healthy. If you haven't watched that video, I posted it on the Nisi page. Go and watch it. She's not an expert, but everything that she was saying, I did agree with, because that's what I do with my daughter. That's what I see my wife doing. Okay? So the same thing we were doing with my daughter's hair. Okay? So make sure that you keep a healthy scalp. Okay? If your scalp is healthy, your hair will grow. If your hair is healthy, it will not break, therefore it will continue the growth process. Okay? It will continue the growth process. Okay? But if your hair is not healthy, it will not grow. Okay? Let me do a first rinse of this. Okay? If your hair is not healthy, it will not grow. If your scalp is not healthy, no hair will grow out of your scalp. After all, hair, your hair follicles grow out of your scalp. So you have to make sure that you maintain a healthy scalp. Make sure that, some of the product that we put is kind of too thick, and it stays on top. Not everything that you put on your scalp or your hair is absorbed. Some of it stays on top, and then later on, you'll discover that dirt will kind of attach itself to your hair follicle, and then you really have to shampoo rather. You have to shampoo before you add any other product to your hair. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm teaching you that before you do an oil rinse, start by shampooing, you know, your hair or cleansing, you can do a pre-poo if you don't want to. I actually thought I was going to do a pre-poo, but when I looked at my daughter's scalp, I saw that she needed a clarifying shampoo bath. The clarifying shampoo bath does a very good cleansing of your scalp and your hair without stripping your hair of its natural sebum. Okay? The other shampoos on the market, they have detergents in them. And because they have detergents in them, they will actually strip your hair of its natural sebum. And when your hair is stripped of its natural sebum, it will actually begin to break excessively. Okay? All right. Hair shades. Your hair shades every single second. Your hair, shades. But it doesn't have to break excessively. Excessive breakage is a result of lack of moisture and lack of protein. You know? And lack of moisture and lack of protein leads to lack of moisture and lack of protein leads to breakage. It leads to excessive breakage of your hair. Okay? Now we are rinsing. And if you're just joining us, I am Dr. Andrew Solomon. I am a natural hair and skin care expert. I call myself an expert because I've taken years reading and studying. I have a PhD in education, but I've also taken time out to study natural hair and natural skin. I actually have a diploma in natural skin care, hair and skincare formulations. Okay, so in that sense, I have become, a little more of an expert than any ordinary person out there. There are not too many people who take time. There are not too many of us who take time to study and read and do research on natural hair and skincare. So I have taken time to do that. I'm not only, an educational PhD, I am also a natural hair and skincare researcher and expert, okay? I have, taken time studying and reading about hair. I started reading about hair back in 2010. I wanted to make sure that my daughter's hair, was not permed. I wanted to make sure that my daughter's hair would not be subjected to heat. When I was a little silly earlier, I used heat on my daughter's hair. And it was a painful experience for her. That's when I said, I told my wife, we need to find an easier way that does not hurt our daughter, because I didn't want her to go through a painful experience and then later on in life begin to settle for weaves. Those who want weaves, that's your choice. But over time, weaves can cause damage. And those of you who always want to keep your hair braided, that's your choice. But over time, over braiding can also cause a lot of problems. Those who want to add extensions to your hair, that is your choice. But let me tell you the truth. It's a temporary fix. After a while, you will begin to see the problems arise. I have a lot of customers who are coming in with traction alopecia. And when you ask them what they did before they started losing their hair, some of them tell you they used weaves. Some of them tell you that they added extensions to their hair. Some people told me that they were over braiding their hair or overlocking their hair, if you overly manipulate your hair, you, my friend, are going to cause breakage. And if you cause breakage, guess what? It is going to be a problem in the future, because after a certain age, your hair will not grow. Okay? After a certain age, your hair will not grow. You know, so now you will begin to do what? You will begin to come to me and complain about the troubles that you have with your hair. But if you start now to listen to some of the things that we share with you here at Nisi Naturals, and to use the right products, and to follow the right routine or regimen, you, my friend, will start developing healthy hair, healthy scalp, and your hair will continue to grow even into your older age. Haven't you seen people who are in their 70s, 80s, but they still have a full head of hair because they were not over manipulating their hair? Okay? But those who actually do what? The people who actually overly manipulate their hair, once they get to their 80s and 90s, 70s, their hair is disappeared. And now it's becoming a problem even for people who are in their 40s and 50s. You know, people in their 60s used to do what? To have problems. Or people in their 70s used to have problems. Now the age has gone down. People in their 40s are losing hair excessively. People in their 40s are suffering. And obviously, part of the problem is over manipulation, the use of bad products, products that have too many chemicals that are not friendly to humans, okay, or even animals, you know. So, my friends, if you do not take care of your hair early enough and you learn the healthy way of taking care of your hair, guess what? You are going to have problems. You are going to have problems. So right now, I am rinsing my daughter's hair. I'm using the clarifying shampoo bar. You can find this clarifying shampoo bar on our website. It's only $5. And this will last you a long time. But because my daughter has a lot of hair, you know, she goes through probably one bar lasts her for about 3 to 4 months. Okay? One shampoo bar will last her 3 to 4 months. But for you, if you don't have that long kind of hair, this shampoo bar should last you even 6 months. Okay? It doesn't have preservatives. It doesn't have parabens. It doesn't have silicones. It does not have anything that will actually strip your hair of its natural sebum. Okay? So that is what I like about the Nisi Naturals shampoo bar. So in Uganda, you can go to Mukwano Court on Buganda Road, right across from Hotel Triangle, and you can get yourself a shampoo bar from there. Always have a shampoo bar in your house, because when you have been braiding your hair for a long time, it's always a good idea for you to do what? It's always a good idea for you to clarify. In other words, completely wash off all the excess product off of your hair. And once you wash off all that excess buildup, that way your hair follicle will actually be able to absorb the product that you're putting on. Now, from here, I'm going to do an oil rinse, which is the main focus of this video, okay? But I wanted to show you everything. I could have done this off camera. I could have shampooed my daughter's hair off camera, but I wanted you to see, I wanted you to learn that it is very important for you to wash your hair, to shampoo your hair first. If you don't want to clarify, use a clarifying shampoo bar, at least use a conditioning cleanser. We have Imara cleansing conditioner. It's a pre-poo conditioning shampoo. Use it to cleanse your hair. I could have used that, but I didn't want to do that. So I decided to go the clarifying way. I decided to use the shampoo bar. And now we have finished, shampooing. Now we are going to do oil rinsing. Okay. Tilt your head a little bit there so that the water can will not run down your ear. Studio assistant, could you please give me, I need you to give me a microfiber towel. Okay, see that? You have the lever over there on your side. There you go. Studio assistant, come and move this out of the way, please. Push that out of the way. Push it back there. Get this and push it over there. The water. I'll use it later on. Okay, so now we do have the hair. Again, the hair is divided into 4 sections. Some people have different ways of doing an oil rinse. For me, I still do the oil rinse in 4 sections. Do what works for you, okay? For me, this is what works for me. I can't do the whole hair because my daughter has long hair, okay? So when you are going to do this with your child, make sure that just make sure that she has an old T-shirt underneath. That way, she does not have the oil drip down her nice shirt or nice T-shirt. Use an old, a T-shirt. Okay? Now, okay. Let me get, give me a minute. So, I have a bottle right here. I didn't want to make a mess. So if you get a bottle like this, you know, you put your oil in a bottle like this. It has a pointed nose. That way you could direct the oil to a particular section of your hair. So let me show you what you are going to do. So you're going to take the oil and gently pour it in a bottle like this. This is a plastic bottle that you can squeeze. You can control how much oil comes out of the bottle. Put this is about 2 cups of oil, because my daughter has a lot of hair. Okay? You don't have to use all 2 cups. And then you put a cover on it. Smells so good. It's rosemary oil, okay, that I showed you to make earlier. Now, because it has a controlled pointed nose, you can just take this hair out, this section, and start from the scalp, and just begin to saturate the oil. Be as generous. It's called an oil rinse. You have to ensure that you saturate the hair, and then just squeeze the oil into the hair. Okay? I don't know if you can see how can you see? Can you see? See how I'm dripping? I'm saturating her hair with this rosemary oil. This is going to help her hair look sleek and shiny, but also this is conditioning her hair, and it is moisturizing it. Okay? Do this when the hair is still wet. Okay? And then just begin to massage. While you do this, you put in the oil, you can actually take sections and begin to detangle. That's one thing that I like about oil rinse. You can begin to detangle the hair as you massage the oil into it. Okay? Look, you have to be extra. Okay? You have to be extra. It is going to be a mess, so I tell people, get a stool, sit in the bathroom. Don't stand, because if you're doing an oil rinse, you might slip in your bathroom and fall. I don't want you to claim that it is Dr. Andrew Solomon who told you to walk around as you do the oil rinse. No, don't do that. Okay? Massaging the oil and saturate the hair with oil. Start with the scalp. Okay? This is what oil rinses are all about. You saturate your hair with oil, extra oil. You let it sit on your hair for about 2 hours. We're not going to do that, we're not going to be here for 2 hours, but I'm showing you what you are going to do. Okay? And massage the scalp. And as you do this, you can detangle. Finger detangle is the best. Okay? I like to do this because it will actually help. Now, someone asked me one time, can you do this if your hair is clean? If you don't have to shampoo your hair, can you still do an oil rinse? Yes. What you need to do at that time, you just make sure that your hair is wet. Okay? Just make sure that your hair is wet. And if your hair is wet, in other words, spray your hair with warm water, preferably water that is clean, that doesn't have too much chlorine in it. These days, many cities and towns are using chlorine to cleanse the water. That kind of water needs to be boiled first before you start using it on your hair. Using too much chlorine on your hair will cause it to break. It will cause it to turn brown. Okay? Now, the other thing you could do here when you're detangling, there is this brush. Honey, it's called the Demin brush. What's it called? That brush. Is it the Demin brush or denim brush? It's very good for detangling. You can. Do we carry that anymore? Hmm? Yeah, so you can go on our website and you can get that. It's a very nice brush. I don't have it right here in the studio. I could have shown you, you can use it. Now, let me show you what you can do as you are saturating the hair with oil. This is what an oil rinse is all about. The oil rinse is about detangling sections of your hair. Okay? Okay, taking small sections, massaging the oil into that section. Okay? Okay? How much is this? You sell it like this?
$9.99. No.
Well, then you should give it to me, but you sell it. No, you don't sell it in a packet like that. So my wife is getting me what's the name of it again? Denim brush or the main brush. It looks like this. This is a very good brush for detangling hair. So you take sections of the hair and you start at the end and you detangle. It's very good at detangling hair. See? And when you're oil rinsing like this, that's the best time that you can, it is a very good brush for detangling. Okay? Now you see, it detangles without really taking too much of your hair. Okay? You can take sections like that and detangle. Okay? And then put that away. Take another section like that. If you don't have enough oil, you can take some more oil and apply, like for example, I know this section doesn't have enough oil. Just put a little extra oil. Remember, when you're doing an oil rinse, your goal is to saturate your hair with extra oil. You are going to actually rinse out this oil later on. That's why we call it an oil rinse. Okay? You take another section and you do the same thing. When you do the oil rinse, that's also a good time to detangle your hair. If you don't detangle your hair, by the way, detangling hair takes a long time. You can't do it when you're rushing. Okay? So here I have an entanglement. If you have an entanglement section, just take that section of the hair and take time and detangle it. I have one section here. Take time and detangle it. When you do an oil rinse, that's also the time that you do detangle your hair. Okay? The way your hair grows is if it doesn't really break as much. When you detangle your hair, you minimize breakage. Okay? You also allow growth. You see that? Now this hair is saturated with oil. Okay? It is saturated with oil. So you can take this section and take your denim brush, start from the end, and brush your way down. See that? Always start from the end. Don't start at the bottom. Start at the end. See that? Like that. And then work your way down. Work your way down. This is a very nice brush. It's only, you say $9.99. You know, invest in a brush like that. Go to us-shop.nisinaturals.com and get yourself this brush. Get yourself this brush. It is very good at detangling. It's very flexible. It has wide teeth. It will also not, it will not cause your hair to break as much. Your hair will shade, but it will not break as much. Okay? So right now, I am using the denim brush. I think that's what they call it. Nobody in my studio told me the right name.
I think this is detangling.
It's a detangling brush. Okay? Used for detangling. It's a very good brush. I like it because it does not strip your hair. It does not take too much of your hair. It actually just goes and see that? See that? There you go. Now I have that area. This is a detangling brush. And when you look carefully, very little hair stays on it. Okay? And yet it combs out all the kinks section by section. Okay? I can take now this section, and I can take the end and begin to detangle. Okay? From the end. Okay? I'm combing out any kinks. Now that is, see that? Then work your way down. Keep working your way down. Start from the end and you'll work your way down. Okay? But don't do this if you don't have any oil in your hair or conditioner. Now, I would recommend you use this detangling brush when you are doing the oil rinse. Okay? You see what I'm saying? You work your way down. Work your way down. Work your way down. So that is finished. Put it as, I always do that. Watch my hands. They are saturated with oil because that's what happens when you do an oil rinse. Okay? Again, take a section and the detangling brush will help you detangle any parts of the hair that are entangled. Be gentle. Okay? Be gentle. I'm smelling the rosemary oil that I showed you earlier in the video. So, keep detangling. You'll be happy you invested in this brush. Okay? So I'm taking section by section, especially the back, because sometimes we sleep on the back. Okay? The back tends to be entangled more than the front end of your hair. So you use this detangling brush and detangle. Okay? See that? I started off with a little resistance there, and the resistance is wearing out. And you keep working your way down. So that section is done. So you keep working from the end, okay? Work from the end and work your way down to the, shaft, or to your, work your way down, okay? So, detangling takes a while. I told you about that video that Priscilla Shira was talking about hair growth. She did it during the lockdown because people were not going anywhere. So she did it. And one of the things that she said was that it takes her a while to detangle her hair. It takes her a while. Detangling hair is not easy. You have to be patient. That's what I'm doing. This is a hair, detangling brush. Okay? It's a hair detangling brush, but what I notice, it is really helping me get rid of the kinks. And if you can start small sections, start at the end and gently brush through, and then work your way, brush through. Can you see? Don't force it. Look, it's actually, the hair's bouncing back into these curls. Okay? See? And I don't have too much hair left in the brush. Look, just the usual. Remember, your hair shades every second. So again, start from the end and comb your way down. This hair detangling brush is amazing. It actually makes the work less. It also prohibits breakage. You can go to our website, us-shop.nisinaturals.com, and you can order for this brush. In Uganda, they don't have it yet, okay? Probably in the very close future, they will have it. So today we're doing an oil rinse for those of you who are just joining us. And that's why you see that my hands are shiny. They're saturated with oil. My daughter's hair is saturated with oil. The first thing that I did, I actually shampooed her hair to get rid of the any product buildup that's on her hair. Now I am detangling it. The best time to really detangle your hair is when you do what? When you are doing this oil rinse, okay? Okay, now I have detangled this whole section. And what have I been using? I have been using a detangling brush. Okay, now this whole section has been detangled. Now what I can do, I can put it in loose 2-strand twists, like so. I'm not going to really put it in permanent 2-strand twists because we're going to rinse it later. Okay. I can just put it in 2 loose strands. They're not neat because I'm going to take them out later. Okay. If I can do this, fathers out there, you can do it too. Okay. You can do it too. If I can do this, you can do it too. Okay? So that is 1 strand. And if you want, you can just, if you don't want the oil to drip on you, you just tack it in. And then get a hair clip like this. And just hold it in place with that hair clip. That way the oil does not drip down, you know. So I'm just going to do this one section to show you again how I apply the oil when I'm doing an oil rinse. Later on, we're going to rinse this out. We're not going to rinse it out on camera, but what I need to show you, all of you who are watching, you leave the oil in for 2 hours and then you rinse it out. You can even leave it in for 30 minutes. But for me, I think because this is herbal oil, the herbal oil, the hair grow oil, I even showed you how to do your on rosemary oil. I showed you how to do it. So start from the scalp and douse the hair with oil. My wife is on the camera, so I can do this, okay? Notice that I am dousing her hair with oil, massaging it in. Bend your neck so that we can do the bottom here. Okay? So let the oil go in. Drip, 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 drip. Be as generous. Don't be shy. Hopefully the camera is picking this up. Okay? And massaging the oil. Massaging the oil. Okay? Make sure you give the ends extra. I hope the camera is seeing. You see how? Do you see how it's dripping? That's how much you do it. When you see it, it looks like you're putting too much oil. But remember, you're going to rinse out the excess. Not all of it. When you rinse out, you don't rinse out everything. I'll probably show you. I'll do a video where I'll show you how to do the oil rinse and how you do it. See, you take a section of it and massage the oil in. Let the hair get extra oil. Massage it also on the scalp. Okay? And then take that section, take your detangling brush. Okay? Take your detangling brush, this one, and then start from the end and begin to comb out any kinks. Gently. Don't be forceful. Okay? Allow the brush to do its job. Okay? Take sections and comb out any kinks. Be patient. The brush will do its job. Okay? The denim brush does its job. And then you can now comb. See that? No resistance. No resistance. See now, I have detangled that whole section. No resistance whatsoever. All your hair goes through. Watch this. No resistance. So that is done. Then take another smaller section, like so. Okay? Start from the end and comb out any kinks. See that? Start from the end. Camera, can you see it? I can't see the camera because I can't touch my phone to see, but all of you who are watching, thank you for watching. All of you who are sharing, thank you for sharing. I am Dr. Andrew Solomon from Nisi Naturals, and I appreciate you watching this video, you liking this video, you sharing this video. Don't be a hoarder of information. Let other people learn this same thing. Okay? The things that I show you here, they're things that have worked for me and my family. Me, my wife, my children. I generally don't grow long hair, so I'm in the business. Okay? See that? No resistance. See that? So when you're detangling hair, please be patient. Don't rush the process. Don't try to yank someone's hair, especially those of you who work in salons. Don't be in a hurry to get someone else in your chair. You know, detangling is a process of patience. Okay? So I start by taking the ends and combing them out like so. See that? The ends and combing them out. Comb out. Comb out. See that? Yes, there will be some hair that will shade. That is normal because my daughter's hair has been in protective styling for a week. You know. Now we're detangling. We are detangling, 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 and getting rid of any kinks, okay, from all directions. So that section is done, okay. And then take another section. Could you turn your head and look at that? The back is really challenging to detangle because sometimes we slip on it when we sit in a chair, a high chair. The back of your hair is always on it, and therefore it entangles more than any other part of your hair. The front, in my experience, the front of my daughter's hair doesn't seem to kink as much or entangle as much. The back is the one that always gives me a hard time. So that's why in this video, I'm focusing on the back, okay? I'm focusing on the back. And I'm taking time to comb through any kinks. I start from the end, like so. See that? And that. That. See that? There's no resistance. I started off with resistance. No more resistance from all angles. See that? And the curls actually pop out more. You need to invest in this brush. If you're in the US, just go to us-shop.nisinaturals.com, Canada. Go to the same website and allow yourself to get this brush. Okay? Allow yourself to get this brush. Only $10. Only $10. And you have a brush that will help you with your detangling needs. The brand name of the brush is actually, I think what I've heard people call it is denim brush. Deming brush, but now a lot of people make it, so we have one here for you, so you don't need to go looking far. Okay, that is done, and now here, okay. No resistance. That is done. I only have a small part here, and we shall be done. Okay. So today's video, I just wanted to show you how to do an oil rinse. The purpose of the oil rinse is to introduce extra moisture to your hair. That is what is going to help your hair to grow. It also helps you get rid of dandruff. Those of you who have dandruff, get the Nisi Naturals Hair Grow Oil. My assistant will bring it. You see that? See how the curls are popping. Okay. But this is the Nisi Naturals Hair Grow Oil. And it's only $19.99. Oh. Okay, so it's $20.99, $21. And you get yourself this very beautiful herbal oil. This is what you take. You take some of this, you mix it with your canola or soybean oil, and then you do an oil rinse. That's what I did. Okay? So invest in the hair grow oil. Invest in some hair grow oil. Okay? Invest in a denim brush. Invest in a shampoo bar. You will be happy you did. Mothers, fathers who are having trouble with your children detangling, invest in this $10 brush. It's only $10. Don't buy a coffee. Buy a denim brush. Now I have done this whole section and very little hair was shading. Okay, you can see on the camera, that is normal for your hair to shade like that. Now you take this section and you can actually do what? You can, let me add a little oil to this because I like to really, and by the way, later on when you add the hair grow oil and conditioner, you can add a little oil as you do that because that will seal in the moisture. Okay? That will seal in the moisture. Now I just added some oil. I am going to do a single twist. I don't want to do too much of a twist because I don't want to squeeze out the oil. And then I am going to, don't squeeze too hard, just gentle. And then just put it in. And then just use a hair clip like that and clip it in place. Hopefully it stays. Should be able to stay. Okay? So the next thing that I'm going to work on is the front end, and then I'll put a plastic cap on it. It will stay in for 2 hours. And then later on, we're going to take it out section by section and rinse it out. Actually, what I'll have my daughter do when she goes to shower, she'll just stand in the shower with warm water. She'll rinse it out, not all of it, just rinse out the excess oil. And then she will actually keep the hair in 4 sections, and then we'll do the styling. We'll do the 2-strand twists. Those are her favorite. Or we can do bantu knots and so on and so forth. You know, but that's how you do an oil rinse. And don't be afraid to saturate the hair with oil. That's what the oil rinse is all about. Give the hair excess oil, rinse out the excess later. Right now, the hair is absorbing the extra oil. Okay? This is a moisturizing, moisture retention kind of treatment. The hair is taking it in. Make sure you do it when your hair is wet. Okay? Again, what did I use? I used the hair grow oil that I added to the soybean oil or canola oil. I like soybean oil because it is very, very moisturizing. And since you're trying to do a moisture retention treatment, you need to make sure that you go for the soybean oil. If you can't find soybean oil, get the canola. But my number one choice would be the soybean oil. It is natural. It's organic. At least get the one that is not, the one that's not, altered through genetic modification. Okay. And, so I am adding oil to this section that I have already worked on. And, later on, you're going to, see the oil may be dripping, but most of it is going to go on your scalp. Okay. Most of it is going to go on your scalp, and your hair is going to be happy you did. Okay. It will go on your scalp, and it will help your scalp to look healthy. Okay. So thank you so much for watching this video. Again, I'm Dr. Andrew Solomon. Today we're working on oil rinsing. Maybe in the future, I'll start at the end of the video. I will, show you how to, do an oil rinse in the future. But you won't see that on camera. I'll probably come and show you videos of how her hair looks like after you've done the oil rinse. But you stay tuned. Thank you so much.